came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause I took no risks. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as
Here we go. 180. Let's go. Great. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the safety creep. He's checks 3. 218. Chop. Done.
Wentz now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch the screen. Two Jet. Switch.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. From midfield, here's Wentz. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check out. 180. I hope you got your rest, because I'm about to take you to school. 11. 5.
On first down, Locke. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it here with Gordon. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Come on, boy, 56. Check 56.
A shotgun snap for Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Hey, Haywood. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Banjo. 40, easy, alert. Hey, Echo. 56. Mott's 56. Hey.
From the gun, here's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Done. 180. 57. Check three.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, Delta.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Monday. 56.
Here's Luck. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, quick. Hey, exit. Topper.
Luck on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Larson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie. 56. Max 56.
Out of the gun, Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Larson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now Luck. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go. 180. Wrap it.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as... And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw, Locke. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
12. Hey, orbit. 57.
Back to throw, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 57 to Mutt.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And he's going to go down again. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got this down to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again on second down. Luck, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun on third down, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side. And got his man complete. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Larson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Bravo! Alert, alert! Get in the weight room! Get in the weight room!
To throw is Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Close. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing again is Luck. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. It's caught by Funchess. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Showing it. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Close. Get up. He's coming. Double up. Close. 51.
To the air again, Luck. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
12.
Luck now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Watch the flag.
On 4th down, Locke. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. On 1st down, Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Right back to him on 1st down. That's a strong running, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check Sunday. He's got Greystone, Travis.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And an alley to run. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Into the red zone, Wentz. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wentz to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wentz, and that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
First down and 10. At their 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9. At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Haywood! Put that team on the clock. 61, matchbox lights. Get it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, echo.
51, Mike, 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got a man, complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
6-6, pull it high. 50 seconds. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Eason. Funches has it complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Looking to throw. Eason. He completes it to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Eagles' 11-yard line.
2nd and 1. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw. Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Sunday.
Rush it.
Hey, Charlie.
49.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
60 Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense